yesterday after that loss. Anybody would be, but how do you get them back up, or do you even have to say anything to them to get them back up?
No, that's a great thing. The sun comes up today, and get out here and you play the game you love. So the most healing thing we could do is get out to practice and have a good practice, and we did.
Do you have a message that you've tried to portray to the team since yesterday?
In the outfield, I just challenged them. I didn't think we played particularly well. I thought we were a little tight, and kind of reminded me of the first game or two in the regionals, and then we seemed to just, when our back was really against the wall, we seemed to play our best baseball. So if you watched, the game last night, there was 5 errors in that game, 2 great teams. So the challenge this time of the year is just, we kept saying it, it's just a game, play the game. But hopefully maybe with our back against the wall, we seemed to respond a couple weeks ago, and that we play with a little more edge and a little more focus and play a little better.
So why Bobby?
He's just been the hot hand, and he threw in the second spot, in the super regionals, and, obviously goes 8 innings without a hit. So, you want to go with the hot hand, and but with the hopes that Nick Bennett's going to get a chance, and then Luke Smith's going to get a chance, and then it comes back to Reed Detmer. So we're very similar to the regional situation we're in right now.
For a while, it looks like you guys are going to play Mississippi State, and then, as one of the guys said, that's baseball. Was there a message to the players after what happened last night that you can share with your team?
Well, I think they know the 9th inning, it's hard on everybody, not just the closer. It's hard on everybody, and we almost had a rally there in the 9th. If we avoid that tag at first, and now we got the tie and run at the plate, anything can happen. So you just got to play. You just got to keep playing, and as you saw yesterday, put pressure on teams. I think that's the challenge. That's where our offense is at its best, when we put pressure on the other team.
Coach, yesterday in the press conference, you said, just like you said, the guys were tight. Maybe the energy wasn't there. Do you feel like, obviously this is a team that always has a ton of energy?
Yeah.
How important is that to kind of coming back?
I addressed it in the dugout, during the game. I addressed it after the game. We'll definitely address it tonight and tomorrow. We just have to play with an edge. I mean, that's just our style. You got to take it personal, and again, both teams are playing for their season to extend. But we've talked about this after losing in the regionals. It's okay to lose. So fortunately, in baseball, you're allowed a couple losses if you spread them out. Obviously, in the bracket we're in now, we used up our one loss. So, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. Let's just try to win the first inning, and just take it 1 inning, 1 out at a time. Let's compete. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure you put it all on the line and play the way we like to play. And again, that's with a lot of energy. That's with a looseness. We want to have fun, but we definitely got to have that edge to us.
You feel like that playing an elimination game makes that a little easier in terms of bringing energy? You almost have to.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would think that takes care of itself, that I shouldn't have to say a whole lot. But, this group responds. Seems to be a little more when I challenge them. They're okay with me putting my thumb on them and challenging them and pushing them a little bit. So I'll do what I think I need to do to make sure they're ready.
Todd Esser's family is in town watching you all. What does that mean to the guys?
Yeah, great memories. He's part of our program, and he has, big mural on the wall as you walk out every day to the field. But especially this high school right here, we got video of us. Ryan Summers rolled Todd around the bases in the wheelchair, and the team went wild, and we posted it on social media. And it's always a great memory I'm going to have, how much fun Todd had, not just being a part of our program, but coming to the College World Series. Just like a player, just like a fan, this is where you want to be at the end of the season. And he had so much fun with our team that year. And so it's great that they could come out, because they're part of our program. They're part of the family.
When you made the decision to bring Bobby into the rotation, take him out of the bullpen, what made you want to do that?
No, I think that was, Roger Williams doing that. We saw the success he had as a freshman. We thought he could be really valuable in the back end because he's so durable. He could throw 2 games in a 3-game weekend, and just wasn't working out, And so good pitching coaches put guys in positions to succeed, and Bobby wasn't in the best position for him. So obviously being put back to a starter, he's been in a position where he's been succeeding a lot lately.
Have you had a chance to look at Auburn much? The guys are saying you'll tell them more tomorrow, but what have you seen?
I told them a little bit today while we did some things in our practice. I watched the game last night. I've already watched video this morning. For me, it was waiting to see which team we're going to play before I watch hours of video. and one team at a time. So hopefully I'll break down Auburn again the next 24 hours, and then hopefully I get a chance to break down Mississippi State or relook, the stuff at Vanderbilt, that we can play another team. So, but again, this time of the year, everybody's in Omaha is playing good baseball. They're not going to give you anything. They're not going to quit, especially two teams whose backs are against the wall.
Great.
Thanks,
Dan.